farmer named Jerry once swam with the sharks. Now he's knee-deep in hay, but still hits his marks. And Officer Gary, he's the law of the land, but online he's just another helpful hand. They got myths to bust, numbers to crunch. They'll answer your questions over coffee and lunch. Clue chasers, they're here to help you out with YouTube tricks and research picks. They know what it's about. From myths to math, they'll clear the path. Just holler if you're stuck. Clue chasers, they're your guide and a little luck. Jerry's got a rooster that crows at wrong hours. Gary's dog howls at the moon, claiming his powers. They travel the globe from barns to big cities, solving your riddles, no time for self-pity. They'll teach you to edit, promote and explore with a joke or two, maybe 3 or 4. Got a question, they'll say with a grin. Let's dive right in, let the teaching begin. Clue chasers, they're here to help you out with YouTube tricks and research picks. They know what it's about. From myths to math, they'll clear the path. Just holler if you're stuck. 2 dudes give clues. They're your guide and a little luck. They've met folks who've cooked with fire and ice. A man with a raccoon that gave him advice. They'll show you the ropes from thumbnails to tags, but they're still just 2 dudes in boots and old rags.
Hello and good evening to everyone.
Sup? How y'all doing?
Ahoy, mateys. I started doing that because of Eddie. So, he's always saying hoorah, and I was saying hello in his chats, and he went and made his Nightbot where it was always tell me when I said hello to people, it'd say, "Oh, thank you for coming to the stream." And I thought, oh man, I got tired of that crap. So I started saying, oh, ahoy. Well, then tonight he made his mic box do the same thing there, but he took it out. So, anyways, welcome everyone to 2 Dudes Give Clues. And Gary and I have a few things to talk to you about.
Yep.
So you want to start with something, or Des is here, and Sivy is here, Jamie is here. Simple Jan, Tim Mitchell, Arlene, Cooking with Steve and Jacqueline.
Debbie Sue.
I thought when it first popped in. So Bud Files is here. Welcome in.
Sup?
And trying to see if there's so many different I didn't see. Chris Oldham.
Shirley's here.
Chris Oldham. He's in here.
Yeah. Shirley over just doing our best. Good to see you, darling.
Hey, Shirley, it's good to see you. Long time, and I miss you.
Yeah, we do miss you. And Cass Love's here, too.
And Vanessa from My Renaissance Grandma's in here. Daniel Barry Sports
Peter.
Highlights.
Old Man King Homestead. Jamie.
Em Buglet is in here. Emily. Hey, Emily. Thanks for coming.
Robert Charles is in here. Bushcraft family, of course.
I was going to say, he's the Robert Charles. I had to check. I had to think about who that was.
Well, I was wrong for like a month, but I feel compelled to continue it.
Yeah, and then Ad's in here from Crazy Crafters Adventures. She wants to learn some of the stuff that we've learned. And then sub a remember, I don't know how to say that. What is it? I don't know. Did you see that one, Gary?
Which one?
Here?
Subaru Impreza.
Subaru. Okay.
That's what it looks like to me.
Well, welcome in. So, what do you want to start with?
Well, I guess, I've got a couple things that I did want to go over, but one of which is, wait a minute, this is just a practical application of a practical application of how to use your wrench, because I mean most people here are going to be, at least in my channel, are going to be a mod, and not everybody, we can't always count on, having, like Arlene here to drop links and what have you. She gets stretched pretty thin with all the folks that she helps.
Right.
It's I wouldn't mind.
We do appreciate
We
her
do.
for doing that.
We do. We just hey Morty, how you doing?
And Morty Smithson here. Welcome in.
Yeah. Is Estewa? I'm never quite sure on Estewa. I'm not sure how to say that. Estua. See, there's several possible pronunciations, but
You wanna show it on screen, or do you want? Or just going to talk about it?
yeah, I'll show them on screen. One of the things a lot of people don't realize is that having the blue being a mod does a couple things for you. First of all, in my channel, most everybody is a mod. I'm not. You can smack people down if they are not a mod. However, that will negatively affect your channel unless they are like a troll, heavy duty troll. So. I've been told that YouTube ain't crazy about having, a bunch of mods, but hey, it helps promote development of your community, and that's really what I'm all about. So, a lot of people just think, "Oh, I'm blue. Oh, I'm blue."
Well, tell them why. Tell them how the blue helps. Or show how the blue helps.
Yeah, two things. First of all, unless you're a managing mod, it keeps you from getting timed out. It keeps, also some people forget to disengage. If they use Nightbot, they forget to disengage the basic, stuff they leave on there, protective stuff, and that tends to time people out. I was in a live stream just the other day, and people, because I guess they used too many capital letters, or maybe they used one too many emojis, they got timed out. I want my people to feel welcome. I want people to, I want my mods, which is basically everybody, I want them to say hello to everybody. I want people to feel included, unless they come in and they're just obviously, somebody who's here to create, to wreak havoc. Somebody that's just trying to hurt everybody that they come in contact with. So, typically what I do is I make people a mod so that they can check other channels out. They can go through and, check out. Now, also, one other thing. What now?
I said, hi, Jamie.
Hey, Jamie. Good to see you, Don. But here's something else. I would like to go through and talk about, what I'm going to show you in reference to if what you think about other channels. What do you think about another, if you do mod a lot of people, what criteria do you use? If you want to know whether somebody's a good match for your community or not, there's a few things you look for, and I'll share my screen, and I will I'll let y'all see just exactly what I'm talking about. This is an old live stream that I had pulled up, and we're not worried about this part over here. In fact, I could probably just go through and move that to the side. What we're looking for is when you go like that, did a lot of good. If I go over here to, for example, Simply Debbie Sue, you'll notice when I put my name, doesn't matter where I put it on there, these three dots come up. That's showing you that there is a menu, and I guess I could put it there, or I could put it on the three dots or on the it doesn't matter. This is still going to pop up. You got channel activity, go to channel, report, remove, hide user on this channel, remove as standard moderator. But, for me, 99% of the time, oh, by the way, this also works if you want to check and see if, well, let me talk about one thing at a time. If you go to their channel, you're going to see that Simply Debbie Sue She's got 1.15 thousand subscribers, 136 videos. You can check out how long she's been YouTubing. She joined this channel in 2012. That's a long time ago in YouTube world. She's got 136 videos. She's done 23,000. That's 961 views. There's a lot of information there. She's in the United States, and you can read about her. Some people don't fill up much, but even then, and obviously I am already subscribed to Simply Debbie Sue. But this person, Debbie Sue would be a good person if you're gonna, like me, mod, a lot of people. If I let's see, let's go look at Torpedo Heat. All right. Torpedo Heat is 1.89,391. It just allows you to go through and find out more information. Anytime you see a channel and a lot of the people that come in here are content creators. In fact, I would think most everybody here right now is a content creator. Look for longevity, look for effort, videos, how many views. If you're going to go through and be skeptical of somebody, hey, Native Wild Man, good to see you. But be skeptical of the ones that just started a channel today. Wait till you get to know them a little bit before you mod them. But
Right. Yeah, like somebody said, they don't want to make everybody mods because I didn't catch the whole thing, but they said something about don't want everybody to be mods. And I only have a few mods, and I only make people mods that I've got to know.
right,
Because you don't want them. You don't want to make. I don't want to make everybody mods because I don't want them to time out somebody who's new in the chat.
right,
And Jan's a mod on my channel, and I think she's in here too. And she one time, yep, there she is there. And she timed out somebody, and I thought, what the heck? Well, she knew that was a troll, and
Yeah.
she'd seen him trolling in other things. And so I asked her afterwards. I said, what the heck was that? She said, oh, that guy's a terrible troll. He trolls everybody. I said, oh, okay. And I didn't know that, But unless you go and see another chats, you may not know who trolls are or not.
That's true. Tell you what, let me show you one more thing about this, just because it struck me as I was talking about it. I want to go through, and one other thing, let's say that some people get really upset. People get really upset if you don't say hello to them sometimes. But you can literally go on to here and see everything they've said. As a mod, you can see every comment they've made over the last, during that live stream. And if you are a mod, before you go getting upset and what have you, just go to where it says, channel activity, and then go to this. Now, it may be the only thing they've got because it may be the first time I've ever been there. But you can go through it and you can check every statement they've made since they entered your chat. That way, if you suspect somebody of being a troll and you're not sure, you can do that. Or if you want to, I can't tell you how many times people have said hello or something and acted like I didn't say hello. But if they just take the time to look at, chat activity, they'll see that I did, in fact, say hello. I said hello so quickly that they just didn't see it. I don't know why that is. But
Well, I mean, you know how the chat goes sometimes super fast and you don't catch all of it. It happens.
that's true. But
So,
you're make me mod. I don't want to be a managing mod, so I can kick everybody out right now. Well, that's another thing you have to be careful about. You don't want some one bad decision on being a mod, highlighting the wrong person as a mod. They can go back. You saw how I went back into an old live stream and was able to still go through the chat and do things with the chat.
that,
I think my point is just simply that if somebody wanted to wreak havoc with your channel, they could go through and hide, people. Uh, and not everybody is going to stop to ask the question, was this intentional? Some people are just emotionally react. They use their knee jerk reactions and say, why did I, they get all upset. you know Anyhow, no need for it. Yeah, mods can also remove comments from your videos. That's right. So, hey, Jen Snow, I'm just saying that, typically though, for me, one of the reasons why I make a lot of people mods is because the fact that I think that they typically are just here to create, try to grow their own community. And so, I just think it's helpful for them to make connections.
Well, in that chat, we talked about, you and I talked about this the other day about somebody had thought that the comments that you were making was spamming. And you want to talk about what spamming is versus what conversation or interaction is.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, you want me to address it, or you
Yeah,
want?
because I want you to address it because you did. When you told me about that, I thought that you gave good detail on it. So I want you to go ahead and address that.
All right. Well, spamming, things can be spamming if you go through and you hit the same emoji over and over and over again. If you just write one letter, and then you're trying to do you're basically just trying to take up as much space as you can to annoy somebody else. If you're going through and you're spelling a word one letter at a time, one letter hit enter, another letter hit enter, another letter, that's spamming. All right. If you're just creating content, if you're just going through and making a comment that may be appropriate to a conversation within the chat or to what's being said on panel, that is not spamming. In fact, one of the things that YouTube does is they look at, I love that Native Wild Man. If they are just going through and putting, and they're answering questions or making comments and what have you, YouTube looks at that as interaction, and they're going more likely to share out that live stream. Don't think that you have to sit and chat and be deaf and dumb. The fact is, be heard, be loud, be proud, be engage in conversation with people. That's why they go through and they come to your live stream. That's why they get to become interested in you as a person. Anyhow, that's just my thoughts on it.
Well, and that's that's a good way you put it out there when you and I are talking. That that's a good way of yeah. PJ just
Funny.
yeah, he's a funny guy. He is funny.
He is.
So with that, we talked about there was a couple channels that got demonetized for one day, and I don't know if the other person, Red Room, got it back yet or not. But there's a YouTube is cracking down on AI stuff, and I'm gonna bring up, and I'm gonna read it to you if I can find it. Some of the definitions that they talk about, and our good friend Jamie sent this to me, and it says cracking down, targeting content, automated faceless channels producing generic content with minimal human input are at high risk. What is demonetized is repetitive AI generated list-lick or robotic voices and AI clips that are simply rehashing existing unoriginal content. And then it says what is still monetized. AI assist content that is edited, provided a unique voice, adds original storytelling and uses AI as a tool, not a sole creator. And I read that and it makes lots of sense. And I can understand why YouTube is cracking on AI stuff because it doesn't take any kind of effort to just put out something for AI. And they, it's, I always said this once, I've said it 100 times, it's their sandbox, and we're just playing in their sandbox, and we have to play by their rules. So I totally understand, and I agree with, the people who just put out AI stuff and get monetized and, get money back for this stuff is for doing nothing is not as hard work as you or myself or anybody else who's actually going out there and recording stuff, putting it together and editing it and then posting it. So I think it's a great thing that they're cracking down on AI. What did Eddie say?
Well, I was just wondering what issue Eddie was having with LGBTQ plus.
He's being funny again. He's a riot.
It can be.
Yeah, he can be. He's our color man.
Uh,
He eats crayons. That's why, so he's our color man.
he's the crayon
So,
young man.
you have anything else to say about that? You have anything you want to input on that?
Well, I think that I don't know. The fact is, I think that AI is coming. It's going to be involved in every aspect of life to some degree or another. All I'm trying to do right now when it comes to AI is profit off of it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I know. I told this as soon as they, I'm on Facebook too, and I was watching some reels, and I'm thinking, wow, that's terrible. Well, Sue walked in, she goes, "That's AI," and I
Yeah.
said, "Oh, you're probably right." And it's like, I don't want to see that stuff. I don't want to see AI stuff. I want to see AI stuff. I should go to it. It should be like an AI channel where you can go watch that stuff. I was thinking that what they were showing was serious, and I'm going like, now it's getting hard to the point where it's hard to tell what's real and what's not real.
that's true.
And it's terrible when it gets where you can't. It's terrible when you can't actually tell what's real and what's not real. So
I maybe Jen was saying Benadryl rather than Inadrill. Probably. Maybe she just missed the B.
she could have because her little computer she works on is I got flat tires that are bigger than that computer.
Oh wow.
So it's really small. Hey, Kathy.
Hey, good to see you, Big Matt.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes. I mean, a lot of times you'll see a little glitch, you'll know, oh, that's AI, but sometimes you can't. And you're watching it and you're going like, oh, did that really happen? So, I was watching a thing about a coyote, and I thought it was real, and then this wolf came in. It was like, body was distorted and it was huge, and it gobbled the coyote up. I went, okay, that's AI. Never mind, and I left. Because it's like that's not real. So it's getting worse. It's bad.
There is one other thing that I would like to point out and talk about AI because you can ask AI questions. In fact, one of the things a friend of mine pointed out is that if you really want to get to the important stuff, you can tell AI to ask you questions that would have an effect on your channel, on what you're doing. So good to see you, Son. The K and Mac project.
Yeah, hello, K-Mac project.
But some people are just looking to get hit it with a viral video. And there's no doubt that certainly would be helpful, but you can't plan, I don't think, a viral video. But you can plan for the future by developing a library that people are going to, that Now, I don't know. Was that just you hitting a
That was
button?
my that was my phone.
Oh, hey, Bella Rose. Good to see you, darling.
That was my phone giving me telling me that somebody was going live.
Okay, Tony.
No, it was Brenda.
Oh, okay. The well, see, that's one reason why I turn off all. I've only got notifications set for like 2 people.
I
Right.
only have my closest friends notification set.
Well,
You
I,
know,
as far as I can remember, I have 2 set. Yours, it may be 3. I don't know if I have yours set or not. I do know that I have Marines and Army Mom, and I have Eddie set.
I have Eddie set and your set and Jan set and I had a lot more set. I've thinned them out a little bit now because I was getting like it was going off, and as fast as I could clear them off. So I had to remove some of them.
Well, I get that. The fact is, I remember when we were early on doing live streaming with Eddie. Every time you turned around, his phone was going off.
Yeah,
I decided right then and there I wasn't going to
that
set.
was a lot of that was me calling him and just pestering him,
Well, it could have been
or
I think that
or
was.
Dad calling and pestering him.
I think that was even before before that. I think, but I know he does that too. But he has his members set.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Nora.
Hey Nora, how are you?
But the but I would say that it's a good idea to build for the long game, which is I threw a couple things in here, for AI to make suggestions for after all, it sometimes it's difficult to know. you know I don't run into the same questions every week, or for that matter, scatterbrained as I am. It's not like they're going to pop up at just the right time for me to tell y'all when to talk about it. Now, if y'all have a question, I'm more than happy, we're more than happy to address it and talk about it.
Right.
That ain't nothing but a thing. But one of the things it talks about is to think like a creator, not a viewer. And, I guess that's if you're going to pick out a niche, whatever, then, make videos that people in that niche, in that
It's easy for you to say.
would
Okay,
enjoy.
I want to put a little poll out,
Yeah.
and I want people to answer it if they can, and just answer one time. If you consider yourself a creator, put a 1 in. If you consider yourself a video videographer, put a 2 in. If you, if you, and I always want to know how many people think they're creators versus video videographers.
Well, if
So,
you put stuff on a channel,
well,
yeah,
I disagree with you on that. I know what you're thinking. You think if you put anything out there, you become a creator, and I don't believe that.
well,
I think a creator, and I would tell you after they put it in this, we got a couple people say creators. We have one videographer. I consider myself a video videographer.
well,
Yeah, and I'll tell you what the difference is here. What I think. This is my opinion, and I know it's an opinion, but a creator to me is somebody who goes out and creates a video by staging something or reenacting something, or if you think you're an influencer, you're trying to say, get people that think your way and you try to influence them. I don't do that.
well,
I record things that what we do, what we actually do, and I don't try to influence anybody on how from our videos. Our videos are just as what has happened on the farm, or happened to us, or happened on a meetup, or whatever it is. And I don't consider that a creator. I consider that a video videographer.
well, a videographer or whatever is a content creator. The fact
Well,
is, if you took something where there was nothing there to begin with, and you put something there, that is a content creator because you just changed the channel. So you have, by definition, you are a content creator. So
okay.
just like when you do this whole thing about being, what is it, growing organically. You know, when you say that people by throwing, giving away a T-shirt, or by definition, when you do something, give away a coffee cup, or talk with somebody about
sticker.
your channel, that by definition, that changes them from being organic to non-organic. The same thing is true with if you take a channel. There's people out there right now that do not have any content.
Right. Like Susan.
As soon as they put any video on there, they are by definition a content creator. Now you can lean into one phrase or another, but as soon as you put something that they didn't experience for themselves firsthand on the channel, you are by definition a content creator.
Okay.
So at least that's how I look at it.
And there was a comment I saw it about. Oh, I'm trying to figure out where it was now. They talked about doing a promotion. Here it is, right here. She played around with the promotion tool. She used $20 and only used $2. The diet that I'm trying is considered of. So so you only used $2. Is that? Did it stop? I'm trying to figure. I don't understand.
Hey, Booby Goats, can you come up here? I would love to find out more about what she's doing, because she was just talking about promotion. I was in one of her live streams the other day.
You know, post the chat.
Yeah, I mean, post the link. Now, is she in your live stream or mine? I think she's in yours.
It's mine.
Okay. Well, go ahead and post
I will post it.
You're not one for being in chats. Okay. Oh, that was Cast Love. So he's getting the elusive sloth on camera.
I don't know if that's the right one or not. Hang on. I don't think that's right. Let me go here and copy this. And we'll put this in there.
See the beauty of this.
There you go. The second one's the right one. Evie must. First was on. Remove that out of there.
Native Wildman, I like the number 99. Well, we may have to add that to the drop commands.
So there, I just put it in there. So Booby Goats, if you want to come up and tell us more about it, I'd like to know more too, because I am going to touch on that tonight. On promotions, how you can target actually individual areas and states.
Yeah, I think promotions is a good thing to talk about.
So we'll go ahead and go in that area.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I found out that I did another promotion, and I'm gonna put this. I'll put this up here on screen, and I'll say we're gonna stay behind it. And I don't know if you can see that, but I did a promotion. I started April 1st, and I found out that if you actually start to type in a state, like I don't have Alaska on here, and I'm going to put it on here. You can go in and type the first two letters, and then it will pop up. There's Alaska, there's Alabama, and you can add that state and do a promotion in that state.
Yeah.
And I'll just save that, and your promotion will actually go to that state and be promoted in it. I also found out that you can, if you knew a province or an area. Eddie's down in the basement. You can bring him up if you want.
I know. I'm gonna bring him up. After all, we ain't gonna have Booby Goats, but we got a Booby.
Yeah, we got a Booby. Anyways, if you type in, let's see, I don't know. Let's see. Now, there's a country right here. Here at Alberta, Canada, there's a province. You can actually advertise your channel right in that province only. It's not all of Canada, it's just that province of Canada. So you can, this is fairly new. I found it the other day. And you can go in different areas and by knowing the first two digits, the first two letters, You
Yeah.
can click on something different and advertise in specific areas now, which I thought was very interesting.
That is cool. I'm gonna have to try that next time I do one. What's up,
Yeah.
Eddie?
Oh, Eddie. Oh, he's not going to talk to us now.
She's dying eggs with the kids. Oh, cool.
Oh, she's dying. Oh, okay. So she can't come up. But I'd like to know more about that. If you would send me an email about it, or I'd like to know what it was.
I am curious about that.
How's Bushcraft saying promotions? You have to be careful with that because YouTube will use that against you.
That I've heard that before, and I've heard it from different people. They say, "Oh, you have promotions, so they won't get you your play button." Well, that's BS. 'Cause I've got a play button, so that just shows it's BS. And they say that, "Oh, you don't get the views." Well, that's BS. I get plenty of views. So you may not get. You may not. It's a numbers game, is why I look at it. It's a numbers game. The more people that look at your channel and subscribe to your channel, the more people can come back and watch your videos or your shorts or whatever.
Yes,
and we all know that there's 3 different types of people out there. You've got the people who watch shorts, you got people who watch long-term videos, and you got the people who watch both. So
She said to give her 10 minutes, so
Okay,
I guess
that's fine.
she will come up.
that's fine.
Yes, Marines Army Mom, you do have to pay for promotions.
Yeah, you can put as much. Well, I'll go back and show you. I'll put that back up here and show it. And,
Well, I guess the question.
This right down here. You can put in as much money as you want to spend, and I did it for the whole month of April. So that comes out to be $5 a day. And if you buy a coffee from Starbucks every day, that's more than $5 a day. So that's what I did. I did $5 a day, and because I'm experimenting with this stuff, and that's how I did this. I've been experimenting for 14, 15 months now with promotions, and I don't think it's hurt my channel in the least.
No, Cindy, you don't have to be monetized to run promotions or to do
Nope.
promote.
And for that matter, if you've got plenty of watch hours, say you do a lot of live streams and you got plenty of watch hours, but you don't have enough, you don't have enough viewers to be considered for monetization, you could run a simple, and you can put it as little as like $1 or something.
Yeah.
You could run $1 a day for the next 10 days or 2 days.
Well, I don't know if you can do it 2 days. I think it's it has to be so many days. I think.
Okay, well, take a week or 2 weeks.
Right.
Take 2 weeks and spend $1 a day, and that will get you the subscribers that you need for that. It doesn't really give you the watch hours. That's,
No.
in my opinion, the harder thing to get.
Right. And I'll tell you, because I could go back into it in more detail, but you're going to get people who's going to subscribe from the promotion, and then you're going to get people who go in, they see the promotion, they'll click on it, they'll go in to your channel, they'll check out your other stuff, they may subscribe from another video, or they may say, okay, I'm going to come back, they may earmark it to come back later, and they subscribe in the video you have up on as your leaders, as I think, or your intro, which I have, and they don't go actually through the promotional area and subscribe to there, so it shows up as a subscriber on your regular content. But your promotional subscribers are counting your overall subscribers, but they don't show on the video as the subscribers. And I can go into more detail on that if you like.
YouTube just put, well, that's true, but the fact is there are those, Calamity Jane, that is true that promotions does not guarantee subs, but it does.
That's not guaranteed.
And they do know that in certain areas, I guarantee you, people in some countries are more likely to subscribe if they see an American doing a video.
I have a lot. One of my biggest countries that follow me is from India, because we have cows.
Right.
And in India, they worship cows because they believe that's their ancestors. So, we show our cows and they go and watch our videos, and they don't leave a whole lot of comments. I get a comment now and then, but they don't leave a whole comments. But
Well-
they're subscribed to watch the cow videos.
They may think you're a holy man because you have around so many cows.
They might, who knows? But I don't also abuse my animals, and so if I guarantee you, if I went out there and showed me abusing one of the animals on the video, that I would lose subscribers like crazy from that country
Well,
because they worship those the animals, and so that I'm just using. Like, I would never abuse the animal, anyways. I'm just saying.
Morty,
Go ahead, Eddie.
Morty Smith said, I disagree because you had already said it earlier, and you just have to find your niche, experiment, find out what works, and run with it. I don't have a niche.
Nope, I don't have a niche either. Because I show my when I bowled, I show my bowling. I show my woodworking. I show when we go to meetups. I show when I do cooking. I show there she is. I show all kinds of stuff. Go ahead, bring her up. Gary, you want to bring her up?
yeah, I'll bring her up. I'm just going to put her on the, first I'm going to do the, like Eddie's always trying to talk me into, and do the, hang on, I got to reset everybody so that we got more room.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
K and Mac Project said, how do they feel about you having a burger?
Probably not good.
That's I don't know, and I've not heard any bad comments on it. So,
Hey, booby goats.
Hi,
Aaron,
everybody.
hello, how are you?
Good.
now tell us about this diet that you're doing.
It's just the carnivore diet. So I was showing like my 3-year review of it, basically, and I was like, well, I'm gonna try this promote thing because you guys are talking about it.
Mhm.
And I tried it. Well, one of them I was like, I'll do $20. Let's see what it does. And it just like used $2 of it, and didn't really show many people it. But when I did I had a YouTube short of it too, and the YouTube short I did $10, and it let like 4,000 people see it, and I got a few subscribers. But I just wanted to try it, and so
Right.
now April 1st comes by, and they're supposed to like take the money out. but
Happy
they only
birthday to
used
me.
$2. Yeah, happy birthday.
Well, his
sorry.
birthday is on April the
What,
1st.
what did you say again?
Yeah, it's my aunt's birthday too. But anyway, they didn't take any money out yet, and I'm just like, aren't they
Okay,
supposed to?
because the very first one you do, when you first do your first promotion, they automatically take out a portion of the money to be sure that's a good card.
Yeah,
So
they did
if
that.
you put it on with your card or a good account or whatever, they take out money right away. You may not seen it, you may have missed it. And so when it comes to the second half, it's usually the second or third is when they take the money out. That is, if they were to take the money out, they're not going to take it out again. Is that you already prepaid. Now the $2 thing, I'd be interested in looking into more of that to see what happened if it went on pause or something. But you have to be sure when you do that you are clicking on the it's called the European Union policy tab. If you don't say
Yeah, I
no,
did that.
it's not a promotion that does not have EU politics in it, they will pause your video right away, and then they will stop it if you don't respond within a week. So if you missed
Yeah,
that, you have to click on that, then that would happen.
I saw that and I unclicked it because it was automatically clicked.
Oh, then that's why it stopped.
Oh,
Because
okay.
that you have to say yes or no on that, because if it's a yes, they cannot show that ad in certain countries. So
Oh.
you need to be sure you say no on that, unless you're doing political stuff. I mean, it's whatever
Or-
you. I'm sure you're not doing political stuff.
Or
No.
killing cows in India?
No, I'm not killing cows in India.
Hey, Aaron,
Yes.
the thing is that, when you're doing, I mean, there are some things you can do on a promotion that are more effective than others. If you were to make a video, it could either be a short about your channel, just telling people what you're about. And
Yeah, that's what I do. I do an intro of my channel. It's 3 minutes and 8 seconds long, and it just basically tells you about our property and about the animals we have, and it peaks. I consider it's like a short that you're doing to pique people's interest in your channel. So you give them just a brief thing what your channel's about, and then if they're interested, they'll come and subscribe to you, and then they'll come back and they watch more your videos. I mean, you know, I'm just a little under 2 million views.
The
You know, so
I would say that something else to look at, you know, if you have a video that is perhaps more popular than other videos, you know, and sometimes them pushing it out does not guarantee success, but if you've got a video that it may be because of the title or because of the thumbnail or one reason or another that people were watching, that's just going to, you know, increase the effectiveness of the promotion. If, you know,
Okay.
if I tried to do a video of an antique rock that's sitting out on my porch and nobody's interested in an antique rock, or they don't have a really wide niche or interest of rocks, which there are actually a lot of folks that are interested in rocks. I find them, you know, I'm getting more and more into the rock community. But looks like your cats, wanting to get into the picture too. But if it doesn't change how effective a video is, it does make sure it gets seen by more people. And so, if you have a video that's doing well, it would just make it that much more effective. So consider that when you're doing promotions. I mean, ultimately, it will make you, it will ultimately make you more successful by doing it. But you want the people that's going to be attracted to your channel to be people that are interested in your content. So,
how long was your video, Aaron? Jerry said
one was 3 minutes, and
Yep.
the other one was less than a minute.
Yeah,
Like, it
Jerry
was like
said
50
the ideal is about 3 minutes.
yeah, it's like the long short, I feel that's about what I did, and it seems. I mean, I can't even tell you how many subscribers I've gotten from that video, but I have done a promotion on an item on like the beehive that I did, and I had the company send it to me. Well, I wanted to be sure they got lots of views on it, so I actually promoted a video, the views on it to watch, and I paid $25, for 2 weeks, and it got over 5,000 views on it, which to me that's what they're about. They want they want the people to see the video, and so I did it. I did that video, and it got 20, it got 5,000 views. Actually, it got I'm sorry, 3,534 views on it. And I got 3 subscribers out of it, which I wasn't worried about the subscribers. I was just want to be sure that that video was seen by a lot of people. And then on the video itself, that was from the promotion was 3,500. The overall video is 5,308. So it did push the video out to other people to see it. So, and then to me, they gave me a beehive that's worth over $200. For me to spend $25 to promote that beehive out for them, to me was like, I'm still money ahead.
Timmy says ours are about 4 minutes, and in 4 months they went from 700 to 10K.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, but
Jan
it-
said she has 155K on her intro video.
Yeah. So it does. The promotions do help. I don't know how they hurt your channel. I've heard that from a couple of people. Oh, hurt your channel. Well, it doesn't hurt my channel. Well, you don't get as many views as you have subscribers. So, I mean, what's that going to do? I'm not going to wait 10 years to have those subscribers because who knows if I'll be here in 10 years. Who knows if YouTube will be around 10 years.
By the way, I just wanted to mention most everybody that's in mine or Eddie's, or mine or Jerry's live streams is familiar with us three. Booby Goats, I do see you over there in Jerry's from time to time, and I am subscribed to you, and I've been over to some of your live streams, a couple of them. I just put your link into my chat, and I'm hoping that everybody over there will go through And let's see. Oh,
Hey, other guy.
why is that not allowing me to? I did. Oh, that's because I'm over in Butler Family Farms.
Well, you should be able to put it in there too.
I'm sorry, I was trying to mod somebody in your chat. My bad. Um, well, I saw somebody that's not a mod, and I tend to mod everybody. So
Oh,
as
yeah.
long as they have a channel, I know they have a channel because I've been to their channel. But I want everybody to make sure you connect with Booby Goats and Eddie. Well, over on the other side, the one holding the pup, that's Eddie Devil Dog. He's he's
I put it in my channel as well.
yeah, I mean, he's a mainstay on me and Jerry's channel, and me and Eddie and Jerry have hung out down at the Renaissance Festival and done other things together. We've been friends for a long time, but I just I like Erin and want people to connect with her. I want her channel to do well.
Brian, that's Brian, the other guy. That's Eddie, and that's also known as Eddie Hole.
Yeah, Eddie is the I guess he's kind of the.
Yeah, I'm sure he's heard of the Eddie Hole.
Erin, you ever heard of an Eddie hole?
No.
Well, it's a euphemism for something else I won't go into, but
I've never heard of Booby Goats either.
My daughter named the channel. She was 3 when she named it.
Well, just if she wanted to change it, you can. Hey, I like the name, but I don't know any guys that wouldn't. That's
It's
beside
very
the point.
standout. It's
Anyhow,
very rememberable. You
It
can
is.
remember that. Hey, buddy.
it is, and hopefully, I dropped her link over in my chat. I'll drop it again.
I dropped it in my chat too.
Okay.
No, thanks, guy.
Y'all make sure y'all check out Booby Goats. I'll just.
You have any other questions that we may be able to answer for you, or try to mess it up real bad for you? Any other-
Hey, I'm good right now. So I'm gonna thank you for letting me on and all that.
No problem.
And
I mean,
have a
well,
happy Easter, guys.
we like it when people
So-
come up and ask,
Yeah.
ask questions and stuff. So, but I would go and check in that, back into that promotion and check it and
Okay.
see if it's been paused because of that. And if
Alright,
it's
I
just,
will.
that way you'll be able to figure out what's going on with it. Because usually I've never had one that, except for when I had that one that was paused for that, they've always ended up going all the way through and ending. And they always take money out the first or second, it's usually the second or third of the month afterwards, except for the very first one you do.
Okay, so they probably already did. I just probably didn't notice.
Right. You probably just didn't
But
notice it.
In my thoughts, it was a brand new video that I didn't put out yet, and then I uploaded it and then promoted it just to see what it would do. And the short actually went 4,000 views, and I got maybe 20 subscribers. So that for $10, it was kind of worth it. The other one, I was like, what's so wrong with it?
Yeah, the only thing is now you may not know is that you don't get paid on a promotion that a thing
Well,
that
yeah.
you promoted. And it doesn't count. It doesn't count towards watch hours. You can get subs, but what them watching on that promotion, that does not count towards watch hours. What counts though is normally, I didn't say everybody, but most of them will go in to your channel and they'll watch something else of yours, and then watch 2 or 3 items, and I average over 4,000, 5,000 views a day. So and I'm not putting that many videos up a day, so they're obviously going out and checking up other videos that are already out there. So
I'm one of
that's
those
where you're getting
every
watch
year.
hours from.
Hey,
I'm an almost everydayer, so I'm an almost
Yeah.
everydayer.
Go ahead.
So I've
say
got
it,
a
Gary.
nice little group of about
haven't
50
seen-
to 100 people that'll watch videos all the time.
I haven't
They're
seen him
fine.
in forever either.
who's that? The real bearded eagle?
Mm-hmm. Bearded Eagle. Yep.
Yeah, he's in chat. I just noticed that.
Man.
It's good to see. It's almost like there's a lot of old folks coming back around here these days. How you doing, young man, or young daughter, or
Young
it's
man.
Sure.
like a young man?
They're
Yes,
big.
sir.
They're coloring eggs for tomorrow.
Yep.
Y'all looking forward to
Kind of
Easter?
late. Are you ready for Easter? Yeah.
My eggs are already colored.
Hey, Fairbricks. Oh, Lisa.
I have chickens that lay green eggs and blue eggs and brown eggs, and
We don't have green layers yet. We've got blue and all the color browns and some pink.
You're only baby.
Yeah. Well, I got green egg layer babies.
Just eat things.
Okay. How do I get out of here?
Just X out of the tab.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that'll take you
Well,
out.
it
of
was
the
nice
email
meeting
tab.
everybody.
thanks for coming up, Aaron.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
If you have any
You
other
guys-
questions, don't hesitate to ask us.
Now you make me
All right.
mad. You come up on Gary's live before you come up on mine.
Hold it. That's not just Gary's. This is mine too, you know.
That's right. So
I just clicked on whoever was live. I just saw both of you.
I was live right before them. You didn't come up on mine.
I've been busy. I've been boiling eggs.
there we go.
Got 10 kids. If you didn't know, I have 10 kids. I have 5 girls and 5 boys, and I'm always very busy.
Wow. I
So
bet.
doing YouTube on top of it is it's mind blowing for a lot of people. But I'm like, oh, it's kind of easy because then my videos don't have to be really great. Like people think, oh my gosh, my video's got to be great. And I'm like, no. I've done some really killer, awful videos that have gone like
So-
to
so has
10,000
Gary.
views.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
know if
they're
he's ever
easy.
got 10,000
You
views,
don't-
but he's done some really awesome, really awful videos.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But they get seen more, and you're like, nobody's gonna watch them, and then they see them, and they're just like, oh gosh, I guess it worked.
Well, for me, every time I do one I think's going to be real popular, it never is. And every time I do
Me
one
too.
I think nobody's going to watch this, for some reason they
Yeah.
do.
That's
So,
how it works on YouTube, I guess.
yeah. Just
All
according to
right,
how.
everybody.
Thank you for
Have a
coming
good night.
there.
Bye.
Thank you for having me.
Night, Erin.
Nice meeting everybody. Bye. I think that did not work. I'll never leave. Bye.
There she goes. So
That was fun.
that was good. Anybody else have any questions? Come on up. We love to have questions. So
I do have a question. It's off topic.
sure.
Hey, Gary, did you search and make a video for dip squawkers today?
I did not. I have,
You were supposed to.
I know I was going to. But we went down. All right, here's what happened today. I got up early, as usual.
I don't want to.
I-
I don't want to interrupt y'all stuff. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Hey, Gary.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to know your email address.
Beltloop29
Yes.
at gmail.com or at AOL.com.
Yeah,
Beltloop29 at AOL.com. Hey, Jerry, throw that shared screen up real quick. It's Gary's Dip Squawker.
Good night.
Dip Squawker bars. Warning, may cause wet drawers, fits of laughter, and tears of joy. CEO at YouTube Police 29. 29 exciting flavors.
That's awesome.
Yep, he looks like Gary too.
That's funny. I still don't know what a dip. Well, I guess I did get a chance to look for the dip squawkers today. The
So now Gary has a lead in troll stickers.
Well, that's a YouTube Police 29, not a Beltloop 29.
Oh, okay, so that's a different one.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I'm not sure how the race runs, whether it's divided into Beltloop 29 YouTube Police.
Look at this.
Yes, I still have AOL.
Yeah,
He's the only one. He still has
I'm
it.
not the only person that uses AOL. Yes, but my Beltloop 29 at AOL.com. Oh, wait a minute, I got my wrong name on here. I got to change that. We got to do this whole thing all over again. You know,
Hold
'cause-
on. Somebody just texted me saying they're waiting on their dip squatch video.
apparently there are these things called dip squawkers. All right, they asked about them last night in the live stream. Of course, that was about 1 o'clock in the morning. And yes, AOL still has email. I've had mine for a long
I'm
time.
telling you, Gary's the only one left.
I'm surprised the AOL didn't go out of business. Gary's kept them in business all this time.
Right.
I think Peter still uses AOL. I think.
I don't think so. I don't think he is his AOL.
I've seen other live streamers that used AOL for their address, email,
I bet some people don't even know what AOL is.
America Online.
I know that, but I'm saying that I bet a lot of people never even heard of AOL.
Well,
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, you have to be pretty old to know what AOL is, Gary.
well, I ain't denying
Okay.
I'm old.
Jamie also made a thing. I don't know if it's another troll tower or whatever, but if anybody knows, Civvy is talking about moving to my neighborhood, and her and Jamie would not be good together. They're both evil and they feed off of each other.
Oh yeah,
And
I'm
Jamie,
not coming down there if they do.
Jamie sent me that.
All right, hang on. We got.
I got
There
it.
we go. Digging the civvies.
They're talking about moving next door or whatever, and I said, no, y'all are not allowed. And they said they were going to make a tunnel from her creeper to Civvy's creeper camper.
Yep.
That's hilarious. That-
Okay, I will leave y'all alone.
No, you're fine.
Hey,
I would be interested in how I've heard these people like Witchcrafter and a few other people say, oh, the promotions hurt your channel. I want to know how. I want to know how it hurts your channel. I don't see it hurting in my channel. I like to hear their what they mean by it hurting the channel. I'm at almost 149,000 subscribers. So if it's hurting my channel, it's not doing a very big job of hurting it.
no, I'm not still on dial-up. Bigfoot asked if I was still on dial-up. No, I'm not still on dial-up, but I do still have AOL mail. I'm not one that likes change. For the
No,
most
he's not.
part.
And I bet Gary still would like to hear you go ding. You've got mail.
I can tell you, I was upset by the fact that Eddie moved over to EV Mux, and we were moving everything over to EV Mux. I was already used to that Talk Studio Streamlabs. That was after we left another one, and after we left StreamYard, and
You've got to search around before you find the gold. It's not just going to be right there for you to pick up.
But Gary says he's so go with the flow easy and stuff.
Yeah.
as long as things remain the same.
Yeah, as long as they're the same, easy going person. Don't put a ripple in the river because Gary couldn't handle it.
Don't put a wrench in the works. Just saying.
Well, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But
That's
it was
right.
broke. It was broke.
I don't.
And so we fixed it, right, Eddie?
Yep.
Well, the problem comes in when the
He
change.
was so pissed off at me. So bad.
I was about as upset as I've ever been at Eddie.
Yeah. Well, I don't. I must have missed all that upsetness. Lucky me.
Well, I don't.
I think he left my live or something one time because it was EV Mux, and he was complaining, this is bull, this is too hard. And
Well, I was showing. Hey, Big Matt. I was showing. You want to bring him up? I was showing Jan this today, and she goes, "Oh my God, this is so much." I said, "Jan, things get better when you find new things." And she's, "Well, I'll learn, but it's going to take me a while." I said, "Well, hey, Eddie's here. I'm here. Ralph's here. We'll help you wherever you need help."
everything has a learning curve. It ain't like
Right.
none of us started out with StreamYard and immediately knew how to work and run StreamYard and everything else.
Right.
And the thing is start with the easy stuff, the stuff the dynamic scene. And then if you want to do something or something more or learn, you can always do that.
Okay, Big Matt. You got a question?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
How come 2 out of the 3 people besides myself that are up here are pain in the butts? And I'll let y'all figure out which one's which. And I'm not talking about Jerry, because Jerry wasn't trying to leave me in the basement.
Hey, I wasn't. I was arranging things in the studio mode.
I don't have access.
Okay, so I have
Eddie's our
Doug
guest.
Devil Dog.
He's just a guest tonight.
Yeah, this is
He's
this-
still Eddie Cole.
so I'm not the one. This is Gary and Jerry.
That's right.
You were ignoring me in your live, and I was asking questions to you in your live. So I come over here, and I figure I'd come up and ask Jerry.
All right, that's
Okay.
Jerry.
Hey Jerry,
Yes, sir.
how come Evie Mux is such a pain to remember how to use it?
Because you're old.
You're older than I am.
But I work at it. It is hard at first, but it's like everything else. You know, when you remember when you rode the first time you rode a bike, how many times you fell? You
No, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, well, the more you do, the easier
I don't
it
think
gets.
they'd have a bike big enough for Matt.
Maybe not. It would just be like a little scooter for him.
No, I mean, wouldn't it be simpler if they just had it set to where you could click on the one you want and do everything else from the one instead of having to bring this side up or that side up?
You know, everything has its reasons. I mean, I love it. I love EV Max. I rather EV Max. I rather use EV Max than StreamYard or any others. And I tried the other ones right along with Gary and Eddie. And when they brought up StreamYard, Talk Studio, I went, oh my God, this thing is ridiculous. It was not easy. But then when this came up, I thought, well, I'll check it out. So I checked it out for the free version, and I thought, well, this is kind of like StreamYard, and I just stayed in the dramatic scene at first, you know, and then I started venturing and started playing, and the more you play with it, the more you find out about it, and the better you get at it. You know, I'm not as good as Eddie is, but if I come up with something I can't figure it out, I call Eddie, and him and I will work it out together. Like the other day, we worked out the name because I wanted my name moved from the bottom part of the screen because I had my members going across the bottom, and I wanted it moved up. So Eddie and I found under brand that you could move it up and change things. And we both went, oh my God, this is kind of cool, you know. But you know, there's all kind. I mean, I bet you can spend a week, 8 hours a day, a week on this, and you'd still find something different happen on it.
Well, here's
And remember, if you're not moving forward, you're going backwards.
the dynamic scene is just like, you know, StreamYard or Talk Studio, or it has the same basic options.
We cannot say it's like Talk Studio because it's nothing like Talk Studio sucks.
All right, I'm bringing you
Just
up,
saying.
Robert Charles. I'm just going to do it in the studio mode. You know, and so
He's got Robert on his name.
What up, Winstone?
That way he doesn't forget who I am.
He'll still forget.
Okay, first of all, I never said it hurt your channel.
Okay.
I've had people. Now it all would depend on the genre you're in, because I have people that actually had two channels almost identical in subs and views, and they used promotion on one of them, and the views, not the subs, because subs don't matter, it's the views. The views that he didn't promote went down. Now, he got a lot of views on the ones he promoted, but he didn't get the views on the ones he didn't promote.
Right.
But I do like your idea that you promote your intro,
yeah.
Right.
so it's separated from your other content.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I just believe that this is my thought, and I worked in the grocery business for a long time. I just believe if you advertise, you know, to get people drawn in the door, So by my intro, I talk about the property, the cows, the goats, all that stuff, and that that piques people's interest. So then they come in and watch other videos.
Yeah, yeah, that's good.
And I don't promote videos except for I just started promoting the review videos. Some of the review videos I've done because I feel that I put a lot of thought behind this. I feel that a company that gives you something, that's for you to do a review on, it's a nice idea they give it to you, but if you pay, let's say like the beehive, like it's easy to do. It's a $200 beehive. I only paid $25, so that paid 1/8 of the cost of the beehive to promote it. If that gets more people to buy the beehive, and believe me, I've got lots of beehives now, and I believe this is one of the nicest beehives I have. I've actually even wrote to them and said, hey, if you guys would do this and this, you would have more beekeepers interested in it than we have. And this beehive has a window in it, but the window is on the side where you only see one frame, and bees don't work on one frame. They work on only on the middle frames. But so I told them, I said, you need to move that window to the middle of the ends so people can see 6 frames or 5 frames or something like that instead of just the one frame on the side. And the girl I was talking to said, you know what? That's an awesome thing. I said, you can even name it the Butler View. The Butler View window. And she goes, you know what? We love that name. I'm gonna bring that up this chain and we'll see if we can come up with it. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. But I know from being a beekeeper, that window means nothing to me because it's only going to show me one frame. I need to know what's going on in the middle of the hive. So if you put it on the back end of it where I can see what's going on in the hive, I would be more interested in it. Yeah. And I know a lot of beekeepers that say the same thing. That would be cool if they would do that. So
I've kind of done the same thing because I've got a sponsor from Superb canning lids and stuff, and they paid me to put their stuff on my channel. So the money they paid me, I put it back in for the promotion. So I didn't get nothing for it. Thank you for subscribing.
But
sorry
Charles,
for that.
when they pay you money, then you got to mark that video as being a paid promotion, and then you're not making anything off of it from ads.
Yeah. They give me like to do videos and stuff for Canon and stuff. They give me all the lids, the jars, and everything. So I felt bad for them paying me, but I still get all the product.
Well, see, Susan's done it for 4 jars also, but and they've given us jars and stuff, and we've done videos on it, but I've never asked for money. I get probably 5 to 10 emails a day asking me to do reviews on items, and they'll ask me what's your rate. I tell them, you send me the product, and you send me the product, and I'll do a review on it for no cost because I feel like getting something out of it already.
Yeah.
But I also will not review something that I'm not interested in or not going to use.
I probably do 10% out of 100% of the products that get sent to me. I tell them ahead of time if I don't like it, I'm not going to do a review on it.
Well, I do the same thing. I say I'm not interested in that. Thank you very much, and I let it go by. But I have one. Eddie. I've even tried to send some to Eddie because I get gamers they want me to do game videos reviews, and I'm not going to do it because I'm not a gamer. So I pass them on to Eddie, and and I don't know what happens with him really after that. So
let me say something real quick. People are asking who Robert is, and Arlene answered this other guy. Robert's real name is Charles. Here's his channel, and dropped his link. And then Simon asked what his channel was as well. Gary, for the longest time, kept calling him Robert. His name's not really Robert. His name's Charles. Okay, and that's why I laughed when he come up. It's because he has his name as Robert.
That's for Gary's benefit.
Yeah, exactly. So everybody was telling Gary his name's not Robert, it's Charles, and he said, "My name's Charles." So as a joke, kinda, I started calling him Robert Charles, and Gary started calling him Robert Charles, and that's how it. But it's Bushcraft Family, and then the other thing was, I wished I could highlight comments, and then Simon put. That's what the troll. Hold on, I lost it. Right
is it?
there, the Butler View is what your troll now is called.
Yeah, I
Jerry.
saw that.
That made me laugh because it's got your big butt on the back. The Butler
That's not
View.
the Butler View, because I don't got a big butt.
Butler View.
That's this
Oh
one
my
we talk
God.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can laugh at myself too, so that's no problem.
So these guys, as y'all were talking, I'm just cracking up in freaking chat with these guys.
Yeah.
Well, every time
Devil dog
he
always
would
been
say,
an Eddie hole.
he would say bushcraft, and then he'd say Robert. I thought he was talking to me and Robert. I didn't know there was no Robert in the chat.
Well, hey, I'm scatterbrained at the best of times, and I
We
can't.
still love you, Gary.
Well, I appreciate that. If it weren't for the kindness of strangers, I'd have no friends or something. I don't know.
Well, there ain't none of us up here going to be kind to you.
Well, that's true too. The fact is that, hey, I'm the worst YouTuber on YouTube.
I wouldn't
No.
say that.
No, you're not. Not by far.
Coyote is. He don't ever go live.
No, not even close. I can tell you a couple, and you go in there and be like, "Yeah, no, he's got it beat by a lot."
well,
Well, I want to go back to what Charles was saying, that I have had other people tell me that, doing promotion hurts your channel. And I say, well, tell me how.
Yeah.
And they say, oh, you don't get the views that you would get. I'm going, if I had, I have 148,000 subscribers now. What do you mean I don't get the views I get? I don't get 10,000 views on a video? Okay. Like, I don't care. I mean, so how does that hurt my channel?
Hey, Devil
You know,
Dog, go
and
free
I
reviews.
I see these puppies. Hey, don't show my puppy off. I had to have a big channel, which is over almost 200,000 subscribers, call me on the phone and said, "You're doing promotions. That's going to hurt you, and you're not going to get your play button." I said, "Okay,
You
what's
still
the
get
deal?"
it. They don't.
And I got it. I do have it.
Yeah.
But he said, "Oh, you're not going to get your channel because YouTube's not doing this, and YouTube's not doing that." I said, "Okay, fine," because I don't. I'm 69 years old. I don't have 30 more years to build my channel.
Yeah.
And so I opted to do that. I'm not spending my money. I don't spend more money than what they pay me per month.
Yeah, the only thing that I would say would be bad is if you're trying to get watch hours, because
It doesn't count.
it doesn't work.
Right. But it does help in a way, because when you get more subs in there and they go watch your stuff, that
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
watch hours.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're not
that
going to get the
works.
watch hours from the promotion. And
Yeah.
I've said that from day one. Don't try to do it just to get the watch hours. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
If you promote a video out there and say you want it for the views, that's all those people who watch it. It's not going to count for watch hours. So
Yeah.
do the subs, get the subs, and let the subs come watch your channel, and then you'll get the watch hours in time.
Yeah, watch hours is just, it depends on the person and the channel, because like this channel, my channel, my main channel, I never did a live, and I got my watch hours within a month, which you get one video and you can do that.
Well, I know my friend Rob from Curmudgeon Inn in Alaska, when I started doing promotions, he called me and said, "Do you think I should do a promotion?" And I said, "Well, what are you doing?" "So I'm getting ready to do a video. I think about doing a video on the train." I said, "That's a great thing to do. Go ahead. People want to see that train ride." And he's, "Well, I'm going shopping." I said, "Well, you should show it going shopping." So he did it. Well, he called me a couple months after a month after he put it out there. He goes, "Have you seen that video? It's taken off." And I said, "No, I haven't had a chance to look at it." He goes, "Well, I've got over 100,000 views on it already." Well, he's
Yeah.
got 2 million views on it, and he's got 60,000 subscribers from that video. But I mean, not every one of us is going to hit a video like that. So,
If you figure out which video does good and which one does bad.
well, he's done another video of the train, and it doesn't do it had done nothing like that one.
Yeah,
So
it's
there's
weird.
There's no telling why. I mean, I cannot tell you why that one video has gotten 2 million views, where another one he's done exactly the same of it has gotten nothing.
Mhm.
You know, so and I say nothing. I mean, I don't mean nothing. I mean not the percentages of the 2 million.
Yeah.
So
Well, during COVID, I did a video on the empty shelves in the Walmart, and boom, it went nuts. So I said, "Oh, I'm gonna do this again." And I went in, didn't hardly get any views. I'm saying it's the same thing.
Yeah. So I mean, there's no telling what's going to actually take off,
Yeah.
what's not going to take off. But if you want, and like I said, Gary said organically. I've heard that so many times it makes me sick to my stomach. People say, "Oh, I want to grow my channel organically," and I go, "Well, do you give a sticker out?" "Well, yeah." "You're not organic anymore." You know, you're not. What do you mean? I say that's advertisement. If you're an advertisement, you're not. That's not organic. And that is one of my pet peeves. That word is. I think that word should be banished from the English language because everybody misuses the word organic. You know, and they use it like, "Oh, and grow my channel organically," and then you say, "Well, have you told anybody your channel?" "Well, yeah, I've given out cups." Well, you're not organic anymore. That's now you're advertising. So, and Gary will tell you that it just irks me when people start saying organic.
It does, and the fact is, I get look. When I first started, I was handing out little cards that said "Popo Extraordinaire," and gardener and all this other different things I did on my channel. Of course, I ain't got a niche anyhow. It's one of the reasons why I started the other channels, but I'm having more fun on these two channels, so that's what I'm doing. But
That's what it's about.
exactly.
That's right. That's what it's all
Yeah.
about.
If
That's
you
not
do
my
a channel
puppy, is it,
and
Eddie?
you hate putting the video out and you hate recording the video, you shouldn't be doing it.
Right. I mean, I do it because I enjoy doing it. I don't do it for the views. I don't do it for the little money I get. I do it because I like to do it, and I'm retired and I can do it. And here you go, Eddie, Gary. Go ahead, and read it.
Okay, sorry to make you repeat yourself, but are you saying if I check paid promotion, I don't get the watch hours for it? Now
That's not, you didn't say that.
promotion.
A paid promotion, you don't get paid for it.
Robert would know about that. You would know about that. Eddie would know about that. I don't.
So where was that at? Where was that? Let's bring that back up again.
All right, I will.
There it is. I got it. Yep, I got it. All right. So Tiffany, if you click on that it's a paid promotion, which means you're getting a check from the company for doing that video, you will not get paid on any advertisements that they put on that video. But if you are getting a check and you don't click that paid promotion, your channel can be shut down.
Mhm.
So if they're paying you money to put out a video like that for whatever the product may be, you need to click that's a paid promotion. But if they're sending you, let's say a chainsaw, and they ask you to do a review on the chainsaw, and you do the review, you have to have the item review it. That's not paying you to do it. Paying you is sending you a check for doing it.
Yeah, and you have to go through the tax thing and everything.
That's right. So you don't have
sign a
to mark.
contract.
You don't have to mark this as a paid promotion if they send you a product, because you can't review the product unless you have the product. So, and I've gone through that with people before too. They can say, "Oh, you got a review. You got to push paper." No, you don't, because it's basically it's in writing. It's black and white. If you don't have a check with your name on it for you doing that video, then you don't have to mark pay promotion. I hope that clarified that.
Oh, the Amazon thing? No, I never did for that either. 'Cause
I
that's-
have an Amazon associate on mine. I have Amazon associates, but that's I'm not doing any kind of endorsement for Amazon. That's just if you buy a product, you can go into my channel, click on the Amazon, and go and buy a product, and I get quote unquote pennies on dollar for it if I ever happens. I don't really worry about it.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
just
did it in
like if
case
you
somebody wants it.
you get a whatever a product you do a review on, and they give you a coupon code where you get it to be an affiliate. That's not the same thing as a promotion thing.
The Beehive I did, and I go back to Beehive because I got a discount code for that, and it's funny discount code is butt10. You know, I asked them to change it to BFF. They said they can't because it's generated by the computer, but it's butt10. Anything that Garvey has, anything, if you go buy anything from them and you use butt10, you get 10% off. And supposedly, and I say it's supposedly because it's never happened, they're going to supposedly send me money for that for a affiliate. I've not seen it. I'm not worried about it. I didn't do it for that. I did it because it's a real good deal on a beehive. If you're interested in getting into beehives, if you're interested in getting bees, that's one of probably the best deals you can get because it is 2 brood boxes, a super, and all the frames and the roof, the porch, everything. You can't go wrong with that deal. Anyways,
They are cute puppies.
Eddie, which one's the female? That's the female right there. She's a little lighter color. She's got one white ear and partial white.
Yeah, she does look a little lighter.
Yeah, she was a little like the gremlin.
Pleasure. That's what we're doing. We try to do this the first Saturday of every month. Try to go through and give advice and
Can't
help
have
out.
them. They're my puppies.
What time, Corey? What time do you go live on? Corey goes live on Sundays, and I always try to get in there. I think it's around 9 p.m. Central, but I don't know.
Oh, what? You see that little flat face? That little flat nose right there?
Hang on, Gracie.
Hold on. Let me try to.
You can pick her up and wake her up. It's fine.
Look at that little flat nose.
That's the little boy that was running into the back end for a while.
Gracie, hang on.
Hold on. I'll get your girl out. He jumped.
By the way, Corey, what time do you go live on Sundays?
Right, Tim. But you have to go by
Come here,
color.
baby.
Look at the color.
Now,
Oh. Here's the little girl.
Yeah, look at her cute face.
There's the little girl.
She got a little white on the top of one ear and partial white on the other ear.
Yeah. See a little tip right there.
Did you check to make sure that was a girl?
No, I know this is the girl. Oops. Yeah, what? What, baby?
they're just too cute. They're adorable.
We're gonna get on.
Perfect length of the nose.
I know.
Say what?
It's a perfect length of the nose.
Look at that.
Heel. Heel.
Crazy wants her babies back. Oh, Jamie said treat, so she's going to get a treat.
Isn't she adorable?
What was the question? Miss G, my favorite angel.
So, what was the question,
I'm trying to.
Heather? I'm looking. I see that Jan said, "What was the question?"
Okay.
Have it back up there, and we'll highlight it. I'm sorry we missed it.
See the little white tip on that one, and then the white on that one on the back of the ears.
Hang on. Well, I may have to go down to the bottom and then come
Do you
back.
see her comment?
Yeah, she asked something about Amazon, and I'm getting to it. Oh, okay, here it is. Okay, so Amazon affiliates are not considered paid promotions.
No, they're not.
If you had to fill out a contract with the person that's giving you the money,
Oh, look, Desert just
then
came
you'd
in.
have to check the button.
There's a puppy's Desert.
They're getting big already.
They're beautiful.
And like I said, Heather, Susan and I are affiliates of Amazon. You can go to our page, click on Amazon, go find something you want and buy it. As long as you buy it within 24 hours after you've clicked on our thing, we get credit for it. I don't know. I haven't even checked it in 2 months to see. There's probably maybe there's 10 cents in there, if that much. I know I don't worry about it, but I have not been doing any kind of advertisements for Amazon. It's just I gotta pay the affiliate with them.
Sorry, let me drop the link. Brandon asked about coming up. You're welcome to come up, and if somebody else wants to come up, they can as well. We can have up to 12 people on here, I believe.
Brandon,
You don't want your
chat.
puppies. Hush.
Did you tell Jerry they got their little dew claws removed?
Oh, Jamie said, did I tell Jerry that they went to the doctor and
Yes,
they're all
Jamie
healthy
told
and
me
got her yeah, you told him.
on Friday morning.
Yep. Went and got their dew claws removed.
Anybody had to have tails docked?
Nope.
Good.
Thank you for coming up.
Did you
What-
share it
what-
out?
I will say this: there is a ton of experience up on this panel right now. So, if somebody has a question,
Are you calling Jerry old?
No, I'm saying the experience on YouTube. Between you three, there's a lot of experience, and I'm just kind of a hanger's on.
Hey.
I know a little bit.
Well, a lot of my experience is trial and error. And with the promotions, it's trial and error because I did it so I could help other people if they wanted to do it.
Yes,
And I'm
Nate.
more than willing to help anybody who wants to do a promotion and don't understand what they're doing.
Yes.
They're mad.
Yeah, they're pure breed. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to put my camera back and give them back to Jamie.
Yeah, 100% purebred Boston Bull Terriers.
They are beautiful dogs. In fact, I've got 3 of Eddie's dogs.
And Gary may be getting a boy.
We're stopping at 3. We got 3 babies, and we're
They're ACACKC registered. They're dual registered. This is Gracie's last litter. Then Penny's up next.
No, I don't want to wait for them. Those are going to be little crackhead babies. Crackhead mommy and crackhead daddy.
Yeah, well, crackhead daddy and meth head mama.
Yeah, it's going to be bad dogs. Bad dogs.
Hey, Corey.
Yeah, I didn't take Susan's name off this morning, Corey.
Text or email Jamie Desert. We haven't listed them yet because of the fact that we usually wait until they're like 3-4 weeks old, make sure everybody's good, even though the vet says.
But you better tell everybody there's no females available.
Well, okay, you have not said one way or the other
I
yet.
told you I wanted one.
Okay, well, is that a for sure thing? 'Cause
Yeah,
you
that's a
said
for
you
sure
had
thing. I told you I
to
wanted
agree to it.
I don't care if she agrees to it. I wear the pants of this family.
all right. Give me a second, Brian. Brandon, I'm working you in right now.
Well, see, I don't know why Gary gets all of my content. I haven't even had the puppies up on my live yet.
Well, whose fault is that?
What?
I
Well,
don't.
Jamie brought them to me. I mean, I should have said no. Well, that's my live. That's my
Hey,
content,
look,
not Gary's.
Eddie, look at this. Look. See?
I can't.
Jamie
believe
knows
it.
where it's at. Oops.
All right. I think I've got it all sorted out.
Hey, Jewel.
Can you hear?
There we go.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Hey, Brandon.
You getting home?
Yeah. Brandon, do you have any questions about YouTubing or the puppies or anything?
The puppies.
Well, first, yeah. What kind of?
They're Boston Terriers.
They're Boston Terrier. I've got 3 of the same mother and father's letter or previous letters, and we love ours.
But Nikki is 1 year older than AJ and Rosemary. Hey there.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Is that a boxer or what kind of dog you got there, Brandon?
I
That's
got a
Pitbull.
Staffordshire Terrier.
Yeah, Pitbull.
He's like a little, he's a little lowrider.
Okay.
Okay, wait, I'm getting an echo. Hang on.
Okay.
Whatever, Timmy.
Okay. All right, I got it. I had to close the YouTube out. The
Yeah.
background.
I didn't get a hold of them though, Tim. That's when they were just born or whatever.
Let's see. What was the question? You didn't get when they were born?
Yeah, I didn't get to actually hold them like that and show them on camera like that. It was just like from my phone, when she had them and stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways, okay, Gary's got 3 of Gracie's puppies, Gracie and Red. One of them, Nikki, is a year older than Rosemary and AJ. Okay, we also have other YouTubers. Drunken Chef Barbecue has Scully. He was in the same litter with Nikki or Rosemary and AJ. And he lives in, shut up, Jamie. And he lives in Arizona. And then we have Traveling Merton and Sue that have 2 of our dogs. And they live up in New Hampshire, well, somewhere way up north.
Aren't they in Massachusetts?
Massachusetts? No, I don't think it's Massachusetts. And then we have Boston Terriers that we've had in Oklahoma, in Texas, of course, in Louisiana, and Mississippi, where Gary is. So we have Bostons all over. We've been breeding for 12 years.
They're dogs.
The terrier breed in general is a good breed,
Yeah.
Thank you, Mark.
I don't think I'll ever get anything else if we ever get another.
Well, me and Tammy had, in fact, my whole family has had, like miniature schnauzers, growing up. And when my grandparents had miniature schnauzers, my parents had miniature schnauzers, we had miniature schnauzers. We've had black ones, we've had salt and pepper ones, we've had, and we lost a very special dog to me, Lulabelle, when we got back from a homesteaders Gulf Shore, what was it? Gulf Coast homesteaders meetup. Lulabelle her kidneys had failed, and so we and as we got Nikki from Eddie, and so the bottom line is, she helped me get over that, and so I'm still not over it. And if I talk long enough about it, I'm gonna start tearing up because I love that dog. But I do love Nikki as well. I love all my dogs. And so, and hello, pretty girl. Yeah, thank you for coming in. We do have, but what I found about the Boston Terriers, they have very interesting personalities. They all have a little bit different personality. They have some similar traits. They, at least, one of them will sit there. 2 of them will wait till I wake up. It used to be 1 for the longest time, but they're getting to where, Rosemary and AJ are a little bit more separatable. At one time you couldn't separate one from the other, but now, Rosemary she wants to get up early and go, but AJ will stay there, in the bed and sleep until I get up.
Also, show them your dogs while you're talking about them.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, we got another question. I just found it.
Okay, ask it.
Come on.
Let me find it on EV Mug so I can highlight it.
This is my girl, Rosemary. She shares my birthday. Oh, let me, I'm a big myself. So y'all give me a second. Rosemary, give me a- all right. Here we go. Sweetheart. Here we go. Sweetie, this is Rosemary. All right, hang on. I'm going to give you a treat. Give me a second. Here we go.
That's the gremlin.
This is the gremlin.
Jerry calls Rosemary the gremlin.
She is. She's a gremlin. Her ears stand up to a point, you know?
Hey, come here.
And she
All right.
looks like a gremlin.
This is Nikki.
That's the oldest one.
This is my baby girl. You know,
Are they related, Bell Loop?
do I now?
Are they
Yeah,
related?
They're all sisters. So
Okay, all right.
But the one that he,
mates.
yeah, the one that he just had is a year older than the other two.
yeah, come on, AJ. And this is the big girl.
Doopy doopy doop. She's the mom. She was born a day before Rosemary.
Right.
She was born on December 2nd.
All right, we'll get you one more.
Well, I can't find it now. Heather had a question, though.
That's Jerry's dog right there.
Hey, Rosemary.
Jan said Nikki is famous.
Yeah, Nikki is famous. Oh, hang on. Nikki
Hey, Mona.
snagged that one. Yeah, Nikki is pretty famous. The fact is that when we took them all down to the meetup on at Petals of the Past, and Tammy'd be walking, you know, like Nikki or one of the. Actually, at the time we only had Nikki, and so people would come up and say, "That's Nikki. You must be Tammy." They knew Nikki. They weren't sure about. They were pretty sure about Tammy, but weren't positive until.
Okay, here it is. Here he is. Can you get paid for promotion of a non-monetized, if you're not monetized yet? Asking for a friend. What do you think, Gary?
You can get paid from different companies.
Right.
Because I
On
mean,
YouTube, outside of YouTube, like Target, for instance. Target's a big person that blends out. They've actually got on their website, you can click on, hey, let me be a sponsor. Well, however they do it. But
well, a quick way to find out is ask Google.
Well, I don't know any. Well, I know a lot of people who are paid. They're paid by on it, but they're bigger channels. You know, I don't know if you're not monetized. I mean, yes, if somebody has, you know, they want you to do it, they're going to pay you. I guess so. But most people I know are monetized already with, you know, and they look for the channels that have more subscribers because they want more people to be able to see it. You know, so what you're advertising.
Well,
I know what
Google says you can have a promotion sponsorship on YouTube even if your channel is not in the YouTube partner program or not monetized. So yes, you can.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah. You can do, but they've got, I'm pretty sure that they have a little video they have to click that is, this is sponsored or this is
Right.
ad in it or whatever. As long as you click that, doing that.
Yeah, you have to put a disclaimer out there that it is a paid promotion.
Right.
Well, I started out, there was a buddy of mine that did a cooking channel, and they didn't necessarily pay him, but they sent him free stuff to try out on his videos. That makes sense.
Right.
Free cooking equipment, stuff like that. Hey, try our spatulas, try our, you know. So
Yeah, that's not paid though.
No, that's not paid.
Yeah.
No. But
You'll know because you actually have to sign a contract. The company will send you a contract, and then you have to get it notarized and sent back to them
Uh-huh.
and then they'll send you the money.
Okay.
Something Mona did. What?
Yeah, once you get one, you'll know the difference.
Yeah, I've had some company want to do that, and I just passed them off because I don't. That's
You
they
have
also
to
have
trust the company.
also when you do that though they want to see the video first. They want to okay it. They want if they don't like it, you have to make changes on it. I'm not doing that. I make the video that I like like it. If you don't like it, tough luck.
And
I'll do
you
a review.
also have to send them the file for your analytics too.
Yeah. So I don't, I've not done. I don't plan on ever doing that. I'm not gonna play to the what do they call them, Big Brother. Telling you what you can do. I'm gonna do mine as I see fit.
Yeah, I only get it because I have the company is like 30 miles away from me, and I go to they have a big food summit thing that they do every year, and I go up over there and do content and stuff.
Come on. Well, I could see that. I mean, if you like the product and you're already familiar with it,
yeah.
I don't see why that would be an issue. But I could also see where some people would give something praise just because of the fact they're getting paid to do so.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So, well, come on.
Well, that's like any product that gets sent, because a lot of times they say, "Do you promise to make a video?" I said, "No. If I don't like the product, it's going to set up on a shelf somewhere."
Yeah, I had a company send me something, and I tried it, and it didn't do anything for it. It was supposed to be help like white noise. It just kept me awake, and I wrote to the company and said, "Look, I'm not going to do a video because if I do a video, it's not going to be a good video. I'm going to tell it how it is." I said, "It doesn't do me any good. You want me to send it back?" "No, you keep it." And I said, "Well, then I'm going to give it to my son who has a baby. That maybe it may help the baby sleep, but it doesn't do any good for me, and I don't want to put a video out there that's going to bash your product. So I'm not going to do a video."
Well, see, that's the thing though, is you can do an honest video, and you can do you know what I mean? It's you're still doing a video for them. It's just not in their favor. That's all. But you're fulfilling your side of the obligation,
And they just said if you don't like it, don't do a video. That's great.
People respect you more for being honest.
I don't like to be a Debbie Downer for anything.
Yeah.
I rather just not do the video, and and they agree with it.
Okay.
Well, it becomes a character issue. And hang on, we got Sivy up here too. I'm gonna quit using the studio mode for a minute. I'm just gonna go through and bring Sivy up.
Whoops. You didn't tell me you were going out and going in.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm sorry, Timmy. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, Timmy. Hi, Timmy.
Well, basically, our show's over, Gary.
Yeah, I know, and we just it's almost like an after party at this point.
Yeah.
Sivy, did you have questions? You know a lot of stuff, so.
Did you guys have a topic tonight? I caught it at the end. I'm sorry.
What?
Did you have a topic tonight, or did I caught it at the end.
Well, we talked some about promotions. I would like building. Also, we talked. I would talk for a moment about trying to build. For the future. You do that by creating videos that are going to be answer questions or help people out in one way or another. The larger your library, the more topics you have that answer questions, the more likely you are to have an evergreen video.
I was just about to say it. You're talking about evergreen videos.
Yeah, more.
Yeah, I did that the other day. I Googled how to change my brake light in my 2002 Ford F-150.
Yeah, that would be an evergreen video.
Somebody had a video on it.
Yeah. Now, at this point, we're just kind of like after party because of the fact that we're close enough to 2 hours. I thought we'd go a little bit longer, but I mean, if somebody wants to end, that's fine too. I just thought we'd sit around and shoot the breeze for a minute. But unless somebody has a question,
If I have a question, we'll answer questions.
questions are always welcome. But I think
How's that video? How's that dip squawkers? Squackers.
I was starting
Video coming along.
here. I will be doing a dip squawker, video. But today, we went down. I did a live stream this morning. Went and picked up Mama, because I don't know. Probably not many people here know it, but my mother, my father is in the hospital at the moment, and so they called an ambulance the other day to come get him, and he's been feeling a little under the rough, and so he had a and somebody I can hear verb on it.
Yeah.
There.
He's got.
Somebody's still got the open. Anyhow, he had a cellulitis, I think it is, on his leg, and so they took him to the VA, and they've admitted him. They've given him some antibiotics. They were giving him two different kinds yesterday, and they were. One's kind of a broad spectrum, the other was kind of more focused, but they were stronger because he does have diabetes at this point, so he was they didn't want it to affect his kidneys in a negative way, and so anyhow, he's convinced that he's not going to be alive much longer. I hope that he's wrong. I know that he's having struggle breathing. I think he's in stage 4 heart failure. He's lived a long life. He's 84 years old. He was a runner when he was younger, but he's doing okay. He's doing better today than he was yesterday, and so thank you. I appreciate that, Chad. He's doing better today than he was yesterday, but we took Mom up there, and we'll go see him again tomorrow. They're saying that he may be able to come out Monday, and I hope that's, thank you, Ryan. He's doing all right, and so Mom and Dad been married for many, many years. They're still together, and I'm still very blessed to have both of them together. But we'll take Mama back up there tomorrow, and Monday he's supposed to be getting out maybe on Monday. So we'll see. Anyhow, we did that. We picked up Mama. We went to go get something to eat, and by the time we left down there, the hospital, it was. We were all kind of tired. We dropped Mama. I came back here. I took I had to have a nap. And so I took a nap. I hopped on. Windstone was live. I was even late getting to Windstone's live because I was just so tired. I couldn't get, enough rest. And, but I got up, got on Windstone's live. And then, Eddie went live and did that. And I got to talking with Jerry on here. And we were discussing what's going on here. So that's, I guess, as much of an update as I can give, unless somebody has a question that I can answer. So I know I did not get by to check on the dip stalkers.
Emily, go eat your dinner and have a drink. Have one on it for me.
Why do you always have to take naps?
Well,
Hey, I took a nap today when Sue was driving home, about 15 minutes.
Yeah, I tried to take a nap and somebody wouldn't let me.
Hey, nobody takes a nap in the middle of the day.
I had just fallen asleep too.
Oh, that was Jan's fault.
That ain't funny. And then y'all kept leaving.
Well, we got things we were doing.
Well, then why'd you call me and wake me up?
I was there, sitting there almost the whole time until I got up to eat.
But I wasn't teaching you or trying to show you stuff.
Well, I can't help it. Jan was cooking, so she was busy cooking.
That's a ladybug.
I went to Simply Jan's homestead today to help actually drop a tree down that was in her fence row that was in pretty bad shape, and I dropped the tree, and I wanted to drop it in this 4-foot space, and the space should have been 4 foot 4 inches because it missed it by 4 inches, and but we got the tree down for her and Kevin, and then we picked up our rooster that she had for us, and
the electrical stuff.
And I did her electrical, put new breakers in for her pump. So, and we ate, and then she crashed for an hour, and I crashed for 15 minutes. And Susan drove home for us because we had a rough night with the storm last night. I got a dog that's I don't know what you call it. She's just pathetic. She, the storms and rains and lightning and thunder, and she just gets. I can't explain it. It's just terrible.
Jerry, what area are you in, Jerry?
I'm in Missouri.
Oh, okay.
We had the storms went through last night, and it rained and thundered, and that dog is just erotic. I mean, Susan ended up giving her a Benadryl to try to calm her down, but I was up till 3:30, and then Susan got up at 4 so I could get some sleep this morning, and I slept from 4 o'clock to about 9.
Well,
so
Gracie ain't scared of nothing.
Well, I'm hoping her puppies isn't afraid of anything either.
She ain't scared of thunder, gunshots, nothing.
I suspect that everybody loves naps because they're relaxing, and I think I was doing a live stream early this morning. So
yeah, you were live this morning when I was driving to Jan. And Emily had 3 surgeries herself today.
You think you can't remember?
So what does Emily do? Is she a surgeon?
I'm pretty sure I was. Isn't that where the Dep squeaker pill?
Yeah, you were live this morning because I was on in the car listening to you.
Okay.
Yeah, Tammy made you get off so y'all could leave.
Yeah, and you went, oh, you gotta go. And you're gone. I'm going like, I need to say, see you later, Jerry.
You left me, Jerry. You left me, Jerry, and Civvy on panel.
Yeah, but I'm talking about at midnight. I went live and was live for.
Yeah, you kept me up then too.
I don't know. I wasn't up at midnight.
Well, then it was a perfect time for.
Up, but I wasn't on TV or YouTube.
I was fixing to turn off my computer and go to bed, and Gary pops up live.
Hey, I was working watch hours. I was working watch hours for YouTube Police.
Yep, go. You watch hours for YouTube, please. And I'm ready to go, guys.
All right. Well, thank y'all for coming in. God bless you.
Thank you for having me, sir.
You want me to play our song going out or not?
You can. That's fine. Go ahead.
Okay.
There's a farmer named Jerry, once swam with the sharks. Now he's knee-deep in hay, but still hits his marks. And Officer Gary, he's the law of the land, but online he's just another helpful hand. They got myths to bust, numbers to crunch. They'll answer your questions over coffee and lunch. Clue chasers, they're here to help you out. With YouTube tricks and research picks, they know what it's about. From myths to math, they'll clear the path. Just holler if you're stuck. Clue chasers, they're your guide and a little luck. Jerry's got a rooster that crows at wrong hours. Gary's dog howls at the moon, claiming his powers. They travel the globe from barns to big cities, solving your riddles, no time for self-pity. They'll teach you to edit, promote and explore with a joke or two, maybe 3 or 4. Got a question, they'll say with a grin. Let's dive right in, let the teaching begin. Clue chasers, they're here to help you out. With YouTube tricks and research picks, they know what it's about. From myths to math, they'll clear the path. Just holler if you're stuck. 2 dudes give clues. They're your guide and a little luck. They've met folks who've cooked with fire and ice, a man with a raccoon that gave him advice. They'll show you the ropes from thumbnails to tags, but they're still just two dudes in boots and old rags.